G'day friends, it's Vicky Wright, Independent Stampin' Up Demonstrator, Australia. So welcome to August, where Robbie and I will be sharing mail cards throughout the month of August. Some of us have problems or hard time creating for the mails, while others of us find it very easy. I've found the secret to creating for the mails is not to overthink it or overdo it, to keep them simple. So today we're going to be playing with the glorious Gingham and the lemon lime twist. We'll go for that pattern there. Okay, and then we're going to be playing with, if I can find it, the Charming Sentiments stamp set, and we'll be using that image there. Okay, there is a die set to go with this, but we're not using that. We're just going to use the stamp set, and the only inking we're going to do is with Night of Navy and our sentiment. Okay, so we'll move that out of the way, and bring in our kit. So my base card is Lemon Lime Twist. So we'll just burnish along that score line so that's nice and crisp and smooth, and we'll bring in, we've got a piece of navy cardstock, Night of Navy, and we've got a piece of the glorious Gingham DSP. So we're going to stick these two together, these two pieces together. Now, whoops. Down below you will find a link to my blog where you'll be able to click on and go and grab a list of supplies and measurements for the card. There'll also be a link to Robbie's blog where she's going to share what she's created, as well as the link to her video. And that's pretty straight to me. So, yep. Then I've got a strip of Azure Afternoon. I call it Azure Afternoon. And we're just going to put this piece to the bottom. Okay. So if I fall into that habit, you know why. Oops, and that's that there, and we'll chop off the excess. That looks straight, eh? And we'll chop off the excess once we stick it to our piece of basic white, just in case we have to chop some of the Night of Navy or DSP. So we'll do it all at once. It's better to measure too big than not enough. So we'll just put that about there, eh? So I've got a larger amount down the bottom and a smaller piece showing along the top, a smaller amount. That's it, and then we'll grab our scissors and we're just going to chop off the excess. we'll bring in our base card, and we're just going to put that down there like that. So this can be a pretty easy card if you wanted to, or if you wanted to add more, you could also emboss the background or randomly stamp the background to create your own DSP. But I'm just going to leave it plain basic white. So that's done. Then we're going to bring in a sentiment, and I need our foam mat. Because it's a photopolymer set, I tend to use our foam mat, and we'll bring in our ink pad. Move all that out of the way. Tap, tap, tap. I tend to stamp on scrap paper first, so I know it's nice and straight. Even though you can see it, I still like to, my block needs cleaning. I still like to know that I'm stamping straight. Then we're just going to stamp that right there like that. I think that's a little bit crooked. Oh, blow me down, it's not. How lucky is that? Then we'll bring in our trimmer. Move that out of the way. And we're just going to trim just like that, and it's probably a little bit too wide. I want both sides to be sort of even, and that looks pretty good. So that's about 3 1/4. So we'll make this one about 3 3/8, eh? I just want a little border around the sentiment, and this is night and navy, okay? So hopefully, yep, that looks pretty good. So we'll stick our sentiment onto the night and navy cardstock or layer. Just so it's nice and straight and all the sides are even. Looks pretty good to me. Yep. Then we've got a piece of a narrow strip of Night of the Navy and a narrow strip of Azure Afternoon. So all we're going to do is cut. I could have done it together actually. Why make it hard for us? So we're just going to cut these 2 pieces into a banner shape. So I always cut straight down the middle, and then I cut either side up to that middle. And that looks pretty good. Then what we're going to do, now I want this one higher, so we'll just do it like that, And all I'm going to do is chop that off. Just like that. Okay. And probably a little bit, yeah. I was going to say it's probably a little bit too long. So we'll just come back and chop again. So we'll put a little bit of glue on the top, and we'll put a little bit of glue on this one. You could use a mini glue dot if you wanted to, making sure that it's all going to be nice and straight. Actually, I might add a little bit more glue. Nice and straight. Whoops. I want this one on top like that. Probably an easier way of doing it, but works for me this way, so that's the way I'm doing it. Okay. I'm not going to worry about evening that up. And then, whoops, we'll come in and we'll just stick those down like that. You could have always stuck the Azure afternoon at the back first and then done your night of navy, but I've done it that way. Then what we're going to do is pop this up. Now we've got black dimensionals, hey? So I haven't got any of the standard size, so we'll just use our minis. So that's what we'll use. Taking off the little sticky bits, or sticky leads as I call them. I'll put one there, one there. Okay, and we'll bring in our base card. What did I do with it? I tend to throw them to Gingham come when I'm doing these. I tend to throw them across the desk. We're just going to put that there like that, so it's nice and straight. And we might put in the middle, eh? Nice and straight, and that looks pretty straight to me. There. And what I did, I cut out some stars from the actual matching dies, timeless sentiments I think they are, and I thought we might stick a couple down there like that. Now you could easily use your mini glue dots, but it's big enough. They're big enough to have a little bit of glue to them. I don't worry about going around to the points. I'm just going to stick them. Add a little bit to the middle. Whoops. And we'll do our envelope. Oh, we'll did have an envelope here. Here it is. And we'll do our inside. I've got one cut. Yep. So we'll add a little bit of glue to these two pieces. I just use my scraps of DSP if I have any left over, or you could stamp on the inside if you wanted to, or you can just leave it blank. Totally up to you. Now, as Father's Day is coming up in Australia, you could easily swap this out to create a Father's Day card if you wanted to. We better put this on before it dries. And you could even change your colours around. Now that's the envelope done. This Charming Sentiment stamp set, it has a lot of great sentiments to it that you can use for all occasions. So that is, move all those out of the way. That is our card for today. So I hope you've enjoyed that. And as I said, be sure to click on the link below where you can go to my blog and download. I haven't got a PDF tutorial because you can follow the video to recreate it, but all the measurements and the list of supplies will be there. Okay, so thanks very much for joining me, and we'll be back Tuesday for our next project. Okay, thanks a lot. Enjoy your day. See ya. Hooray.